we're doing a giveaway. We are going to be giving away 3 copies of WWE 2K26 to those in our Discord. So join our Discord before WrestleMania if you want a chance at winning one of those. It's free to join, and it's a wrestling community where you could go and chat with other wrestling fans. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Let's get to the video. Welcome to another episode of RTP Wrestling. I'm your host, RTP and ANT in HD, and next to me is my boy RTP John. John, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great. I'm buzzing right now because I'm excited for AEW Revolution coming up. WrestleMania season's kicking in. We got 6 more weeks on the road.
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
yeah.
So we're getting there. It's cooking. It's cooking.
A lot of good hoops. And if you're a fan of good hoops, this is the channel for you. Hey, we might start live streaming some WWE 2K, man. I've been having a lot of fun on the game, so you might catch us live on this channel. And if you want a chance at winning the game, make sure to join the Discord. I know you saw that disclaimer before the episode. Let's get into our WrestleMania. I guess these are more predictions, huh? Not dream booking.
Not spoilers.
Not spoilers.
Yeah, this is more dream booking for sure for me. But also, I mean, my dream booking is also realistic. To be fair, honestly, I don't think what I have here is that far out of reality.
I'm disappointed I don't have a Gunther match, but the way I did this was I wrote down names that I was like, these people have to be on WrestleMania, and then I gave them a matchup. But I'm surprised I didn't think of Gunther last night. Maybe that was the Bears blocking Gunther, retiring John Cena out of my memory.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. But that's the thing, though, is that like we talked about this briefly too, and we'll just say it here. Right now, thinking about it, I can't think of what they're going to do with Gunther for WrestleMania. Like, unless they're going the Brock route, but I have someone else for Brock, and I have a feeling we're probably going to agree on that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Brock versus Gunther unless Gunther's going to win and beat Brock and retire him or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have a surefire Gunther. Maybe a Gunther segment.
Maybe an open challenge or something.
Maybe. I mean, one match you could always do without any lead up is Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov. You could do that any time of the year, anytime, any place. That's like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And
Gunther said he wanted that. I don't know if you saw that on Cody Rhodes' podcast, but he was like, I just want to win the title and fight Ilya for it. Like, that's just like, he's a G.
He also said he wants to fight Kaiser too, but he had to kind of stay away from that topic because he's not trying to blow the gimmick.
But I didn't have
I didn't put that either. Unfortunately,
those are easy ones. So I'm glad we did it.
You know what? That's a perfect pre-show show.
The Grande War,
or Grande. I'm literally adding
Grande
it right
Civil
now.
War,
or a Grande versus Grande.
Okay, let's jump into this. Let's talk about kind of the easiest one. I think we're probably gonna agree on this one. But my first match I have is AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch.
The way that I did it, the way that I just structured my card was first match and last match have to be the most important ones.
Okay. I didn't really order it like that. I should have.
Because that's how that's kind of like the Roman Reigns, how he was talking in those shoot interviews. It's like either you're going on first or you're going on last. Those are the most important cards, important matches in the card. And for I don't have AJ Lee on my night 1. I have her on my night 2.
Okay.
But my first match, I have Jade versus Rhea opening it up.
Okay, so you structure. Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Start with the bang.
Yeah.
But actually, I'll just. You didn't do any pre-shows, did you?
I didn't do pre-show. So touch
I'll
on your
just say my
pre-show
real quick. First match of the night, and this is what I think could be funny: Dom versus Danhausen on the pre-show.
Okay, that's fine.
Or Grande versus Grande. One of those singles matches here that's kind of gimmicky, kind of not. And I think it can end in like a DQ or Danhausen literally disappears and the match just ends. Like, you never know. But then my other pre-show match, I have 2 pre-show matches. And I think for night 1, since it's a free hour, I think we're going to get the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs versus Fraxium versus Priest and Truth in a title ladder match.
Okay, that's fun. A little cinema.
Classic tag team ladder match. I forget which WrestleMania they did that, but they did that before on a pre-show, and the ladder match was like literally one of the best shows on the entire card.
Oh, are you talking about the Matt Hardy?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was on the pre-show, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was
or
pre-show,
it was early
but maybe
on.
It was early
on. Yeah,
it might have been second.
So I think doing one of those would be awesome. Like the Wyatt Six, MFTs, Fraxium, because Fraxium had a really good run too. But also insert any like Motor City Machine Guns could be there for Fraxium. but I do think the White Six and the MFTs and Priest and Truth will be in it, just because the Priest and Truth stuff had such a big pop.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's my pre-show thing. But then my match 1 is Jade and Rhea.
Okay,
Do you want to do predictions of who will win?
Sure, let's do it. I'm gonna roll in that one. I'm gonna roll with Rhea. I want to say Jade because I think Jade Bianca is just the easiest, and you could have Bianca return at WrestleMania, but it just doesn't make sense unless I have a theory, like Austin. But I think there's a world where they add Io to this match.
I have Io doing something else.
I do too.
But I also fully agree with you that Io being added to this match could be a possibility, but I don't think they will.
No.
I think it takes away from the star power, and they need to have marquee matches. I can see even a 4-way with Asuka, Io, Rhea, and Jade.
Really?
And then that being like an Io turn or something like that. But I don't know about them doing it for this WrestleMania, having Io inserted into it. I think it's just gonna be Jade versus Rhea.
I'm putting mine together the way yours is. So if I'm looking down writing, that's why I'm trying to get.
And you said AJ Lee and Becky was your first, and I think I have Becky winning that.
Yeah, I would agree because I don't think we see much. I could see them making it a retirement match, honestly.
Or setting up for a retirement match.
Yeah, like next time at SummerSlam.
But if you want my title, you have to put your career up, type of thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I'm caught up now. I have it structured right.
Like a show.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I opened with the same thing as you. I opened with Jade Rhea, night 1. Let me just write this down. I open with Jade Rhea, night 1, and then I follow that up with Drew McIntyre versus Trick Williams. I know it sucks Drew McIntyre goes second, but I think I don't think we're getting Sammy Trick the way everyone's talking about it. I think Drew and Jacob are going to blow it off before WrestleMania as well. I have different things for both of them. I think Drew versus Trick just makes sense. You have this cocky prick versus Drew McIntyre, who's going to be fucking another cocky prick, and you just have a fight. I think Drew McIntyre's done this thing like last year where he fought Damian Priest at WrestleMania, like to elevate Damian Priest. It obviously didn't work out. But I could see them doing this with Trick Williams and then having Trick Williams maybe lose but spin off into potential Money in the Bank near the end of the year. Trick kick off into something else.
My match 2, I agree with you, by the way, and I think Drew winning that would be a bust. You need to call the police on me if Drew loses.
You need to wax your butt crack.
I'm gonna wax my ass crack after this. My match 2 is Alexa and Charlotte versus Nia Jackson, Lash Legend.
Okay.
For the tag titles.
I don't have them on here. I don't have Alexa and Charlotte on here. They're kind of difficult.
I do, just because I know that they're hot, and I think they need to have more. I think the tag titles should be on the card. I just have that there because I do think they're pushing. I mean, Lash Legend pinned Rhea clean. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's no bullshit with that.
I have the tag titles on here, but I think Alexa versus Charlotte is going to happen before so that we get to my thing, which I think would be bigger than
Alexa versus Charlotte?
Maybe Alexa versus Charlotte, but I'm saying that I think the tag titles will have a bigger match at WrestleMania than this one. That's recycled
what I have
match
for there, and
it feels 1,000 times.
I want Nia Jackson, Lash Legend to win. I'm really liking their tag team.
I could see Alexa and Charlotte winning, and then a turn on like the Raw after Mania or something like that, and then
they just vacate the titles,
like Becky and Lyra last year.
Yeah,
like literally same thing, which I could see. My next match, this is where I had Jacob Fatu, getting a hitman hired on him, and that hitman is Royce Keys. Got to see Royce Keys at WrestleMania. You don't bring him back at the Rumble for us not to see him at WrestleMania. And I think this would be a match where they just kill each other, and this would be a great match.
I agree, and I don't really care who wins.
I don't either. Just kill each other. But I would pick Fatu probably.
Yeah, Fatu should win that, but I don't really care. My match 3, Finn versus Penta for the title.
Okay. We kind of talked on this on the last episode.
I think it ties into the pre-show. Dom versus Danhausen in the pre-show. Then Finn versus Penta later on.
I think that works. I don't want to see Finn Dom if we're talking about like this Finn needs to get pushed upgrade. Like I don't think a non-title match versus Dominic Mysterio is this big push that we all want.
Yeah.
Maybe WWE doesn't want that either, but I do think maybe Finn Penta is something we haven't seen much of, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I skip it every time, but it's something that if you give them the time, they could definitely work. And I would pick Finn to win that at WrestleMania if that's the case.
Exactly. Finn winning the title, and then that would actually be Finn and Dom for the title makes sense. Finn and Dom just for shits and gigs, I'm like not really that interested. And I know Finn ain't going for the AAA championship.
Yeah.
So Finn versus Penta. I got Finn going over.
My next one, I actually, from what you're saying, I think we're in the same boat on this one. And I have Io versus Asuka versus Kairi. Let's get a little New Japan war going, Stardom war going.
I have no idea what they're saying, but they're doing it so good.
Literally, you throw them in that triple threat, that would be amazing. Io Sky, obviously, in any triple threat's great. I think these three wrestlers have a lot of chemistry, and we haven't seen Io versus Asuka, I don't think, on the main roster. So this would be a good like little warm up.
Yeah, they both kind of got injured at weird times.
They dance around each other. So Io versus Asuka
was gone for a bit. Let me see.
This is what I want. I just think this would be a great match. This is like a fun match, obviously, but I would probably have Kairi win this match. Let me get a little weird. We have Kairi go over at WrestleMania.
Kairi winning needs to happen because, like, why else would you be like torturing her as well? I know WWE sometimes doesn't like to pay off those types of feuds where you just have someone look like an idiot the whole time and they change their mind and then you just end up looking like a dumbass. And also, what did I say? You remember like the whole Johnny Gargano planking thing? That reason why I reminded of something like that is looking like a dumbass in the end because you just go, I'm Johnny wrestling again, and then just loses. Like, and I told you that's what happened. I'm like, no, he's just gonna be good.
What if he rolled up Oba? Would that have been cinema?
How would that have even looked? He's so much smaller than him.
Fucking just good hoops.
Like Johnny Gargano rolling him up, he'd floss his butt cheeks. Like that's crazy. Like
he'd get in there, real dig in there. What's your next match looking like?
Drew versus Fatu.
Simple.
Yeah,
don't have to overcomplicate it.
I just think that's the way they're going, and I think it's going to be a stipulation match of some kind, and I think they're going to kill each other.
It has to be a stipulation match, maybe a steel cage,
or a chairs match.
Strap match. Book it.
Old Vince McMahon booking. We're going to do a chairs match, then we're going to do a ladders match, then we're going to do a tables match.
3 stages of hell? Drew, I'd be with that.
They don't got enough time for that. I mean, like, dude,
extra hour,
match
bro.
4,
extra
like, I mean, maybe if it went first, if Drew and Fatu went, if it was gonna be a 3 stages of hell match, I would actually flip Jade and Rhea with Drew and Fatu, just off of the fact that you don't want to have that long of a match right before Cody and Randy. Jade versus Rhea before Cody and Randy would be good, which I'm kind of blowing my number one, my night 1 main event.
Wait, Cody? Yeah, I mean, I think they announced that. I think Cody.
I know, but I'm just saying that's where I have it placed.
Got it.
Is night 1 main event.
My next match, we talked about it already. AJ versus Becky. We don't have to overstate it. What's your next one?
Oh yeah, Cody versus Randy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got
main
it.
event. Cody versus Randy. That's, I mean, a night 1 because night 2. I mean, we'll get there.
I have Cody versus Randy as my main event, but I do have a match before that one. And
Drew versus Fatu, by the way. I think Drew should win.
I think Jacob should win just because let's get
I'm
someone
just
else in
tired
the
of
main
Drew
event.
losing. I'm
Me
tired
too.
Of Drew losing.
That's why I don't want to see it at WrestleMania. It's a lose-lose type of match because I don't want to see Fatu lose either.
That's fair.
I had Randy Cody in my main event, but before that one, I have Carmelo, Ilya, Sammy for the U.S. title. I think we get the 3 best U.S. champions of the year, and you throw them in one match together.
Carmelo, wow, weird. You could even take Sammy out of that equation because he's kind of doing some weird stuff going on gimmick-wise. Like there's something weird going on with him. I don't know what route they're going. They got 6 weeks to get there, but Sammy's going to have a match at WrestleMania, and I think it's going to be a pretty significant feud.
Karrion Kross?
Yeah, Karrion Kross. I don't know what is going on with Sammy and like what direction they're going, but a triple threat match or even a triple threat ladder match for the title, which I don't think that would be in the spirit of the
I
U.S.
thought
title.
of doing the 6-man ladder match for the U.S. title just because there's so many names,
That's
but
not the spirit of the gimmick so far. It's like
no.
been an open challenge. I think it's got to be straight grabs.
This makes more
Um,
sense to me, where you just have the three best of the season go at it, and
I
then
think it's
maybe
going to be
Sam.
Tama Tonga though.
I think Tomo could be in there too, but maybe Sammy loses, and this is part of his story. This isn't the big finish of his story. You know, he loses, and then maybe he gets that SummerSlam World Title match he wants. Or
Sammy loses what? And loses the title matches, but wins every other match.
who would you have win this match?
Carmelo Hayes.
I would too. I think he deserves it. You know.
I think it'd be really interesting. I know it's too soon, but Carmelo and Trick Willie need to have a feud for the title.
I
But
see. I thought that's what they were gonna do, but I feel like they're so separated right now.
there's too much distance. I do think they're putting Trick Williams. They're putting him on deck for Randy once Randy wins. Which
I agree.
that was my night one prediction. Randy Orton beats Cody Rhodes via punt kick.
Okay, I just got Randy beating Cody. I hope we get a punt kick. I hope we get a couple RKO's. I hope Travis Scott comes out. You know,
And then
on the
Randy
basics.
punts or Travis Scott. That would actually be so funny if WWE sends Travis Scott out again, but just to beat him up, to give the
Just-
fans a little go home happiness there.
I'm looking over my night two now, and my night two is a lot worse than my night one. Like as far as match quality, because I rushed putting the matches together, my night two is not as good as my night one.
My night two also isn't as good, and I actually put effort into it.
Let's go into your pre-show.
My pre-show, I'll just give you my two matches. Natty versus Maxine on the
Cinema.
pre-show.
I don't
That's
think
just-
there's a world where that happens. Or they
That
put
was more of
on
a joke.
ESPN.
I think it was more of a joke when I put that in there, but I was giggling too much when I typed it in. So I'm standing by it. Natty versus Maxine. And then Asuka or Kyrie versus Io in a singles match on the pre-show. That's going to end in disqualification. Probably Asuka in the corner and Kyrie versus Io. Then we're going to see some story stuff happen. And I think we're going to see Kyrie turn on Asuka
I think there's a lot
in
of
the
people,
pre-show. But
a lot of people rooting for Io versus Julia right now.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like they're too separated to get there.
Save that feud for Backlash or
But
SummerSlam.
what if we take those three, Io, Asuka, and Kyrie, and we make a fatal four-way with Julia? I think that'd be a good time.
That could work. Just you could plug fatal four ways are easier to plug people into than like a one-on-one feud.
Which I hate for WrestleMania. I like more one-on-ones, but WWE obviously
and
disagrees.
Natty versus Maxine. I don't have any winners in that match, but the losers are us. And Asuka and Kyrie versus Io. I think Io wins, regardless in the situation. I think Io goes over, and I do think whatever happens with them is going to lead to Kyrie's face turn, which might get zero reaction.
Maybe it depends on the city. You know, they might have to save that one for when they go out to
Zero
Japan.
reaction. I guarantee it. Zero. Just like it must be like, oh.
Ah, maybe if they go to like Italy and clash in Italy or wherever, I could see that getting a pop there.
Or any wrestling-oriented crowds would get it.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like the wrestling crowds lately, like Jersey and Philly,
Chicago's
have been
stuck.
quiet. Yeah, Chicago, they haven't been hitting.
Except for when Cult of Personality.
You know the problem though, bro, and this is like a whole nother video, but it's the ticket prices, bro. You're driving the real fans out.
Yeah.
It's not wrestling city. Like, you know, it's not a wrestling city when like your average wrestling fan doesn't want to drop $600 to sit in the nosebleeds of a Monday Night Raw. You
And
know?
also the shows have been light
Yes.
and
So-
shit.
And I'm gonna spend $450 on that. Get the fuck out of here, Triple
And we
H.
just spent 100 and what? 130?
180 for
180 for
good AEW seats.
Yeah. So
Simple. My opener is Liv Steph.
hey,
I'm
me too.
excited for this one. Yeah, simple.
Me too. Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate shit. Liv versus Steph, book it. And I think Vaquer wins. Is that crazy?
I'm just thinking about where that leaves them afterwards.
There's non-title stuff for Liv to do right now with
I was
Raquel.
gonna say there's feuds with Liv afterwards. She doesn't need the title. However, this is a shareholder company, so like that's hard to tell who they want the title to be on. But no, I don't think it's totally crazy to say that Stephanie Vaquer wins.
This is Stephanie's best work so far. in her young main roster career. Honestly, none of the other shit she's done I've been super impressed with, but this is at least a fun feud, and maybe that's a credit to Liv. But I think
Yeah.
Steph winning and then us finding a way to get to Steph Becky, and then maybe Becky takes the title off of her is what I want.
Or Becky Liv would be good too. Heel versus heel.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I think Liv
Um,
is like damn near a face at this point.
Honestly, AJ Liv would be fun.
Yeah, I'm surprised we
AJ
haven't
Liv
gotten
would
that
actually
yet.
be pretty good. I want to see AJ Lee in another feud besides Becky, which is why I refuse to believe that this is going to be some sort of retirement for her. Because I can't believe that it would just be Becky and AJ the whole time for AJ's retirement tour. That seems ridiculous. There's other people that she should put over before then.
AJ Lyra, that's what we
AJ
need.
Lyra would be crazy. AJ Liv would be crazy. AJ Bliss would be crazy. AJ and Charlotte Flair. AJ and Rhea Ripley. You know
Woo!
what I mean? Like, there's so many things that she's not doing right now because she's stuck in this forever feud with Becky and her
Becky
husband.
Vortex.
Like, get out of that vortex. Let's get some matches. Let's get some feuds going. Like one-offs. Like. But I don't think we're gonna get that. I think AJ will be retired by SummerSlam. Hope I'm
Yeah,
wrong because I do think she's gonna get better and better the more she wrestles.
yeah.
Because her match just seemed rusty. That's the only problem with it. I don't know. I mean, I like AJ Lee, but I also, though, I agree with you. I think Stephanie Vaquer should win this and probably will. I've enjoyed her work here. I've been a little bored with her before, but
This is fun.
this feud was good. And also Dom being involved in this is gold.
Ride the wave, baby.
And since Dom is cursed,
Whoa! Put your fingers down. Don't point them at me.
Hey, I don't have the face paint on. It's all right.
You're right.
I'm Danhausen.
John Housen.
I'm John Housen. Danhausen would actually unironically be a fun one to do for Halloween. And if people come to me, are you Danhausen? Be like, no, who told you that? And then just like walk away.
Curse him.
This is how I look every day. What do you mean? Like just be like just totally upset with that.
Respect prom king Danhausen.
I was a jock. I was a prom king.
That's hilarious.
Unironically, I am so happy that they're hitting that in stride. We didn't talk. Actually, we should have talked about this on our review a little more. I'll say it here. That debut was one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen, but they have recovered immaculately, and I love that right now. They followed up really well.
My next match for this Liv and Steph Open, my second match is going to be Penta Dragon Lee. We touched on this on This Week in Wrestling, but I just think this is a great match to get. I know the second match always gets a lot of bad raps, but this would be just a fun little match. You could have an 8-minute match between these two, and it would be a 5-star banger in the Tokyo Dome. But I think in this event, I would like a heel Dragon Lee to go over. Penta doesn't need titles.
I think if they're going to do Penta versus Dragon Lee, it'll be face versus face, kind of boring. But I agree. I would like to see Penta keep the title a little longer, though.
Yeah.
If he's going to go up against someone that's not like Finn or a big feud or a big swerve, not Strickland, that's an AEW.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I would want Penta going over in that.
Fair.
I don't care who would win though. I would love Dragon Lee to be champ too. They're both great. I really don't care who would win. It'd be great.
You played it
anyway.
You just politicked, bro.
No, but I mean,
I'm Penta winning, but it doesn't matter to me. Both are good. It's like when you ask your girl where she wants to eat, and you're like trying to figure out
which thing looks better on me. Both look great on you, baby.
They're good. They're good.
But I'm realizing I wouldn't be upset. I don't think it's a mistake if Dragon Lee were to win, but Penta should win it.
Okay.
We just gave him the title. Let him keep it a little longer. My match 2 is Oba versus Brock is my match 2. Similar position. Yeah. Similar position to Omos versus Brock.
That's exactly what I was thinking, and it kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to lie that you just said that.
Unfortunately, that's I think where they're going to put him.
Respect the ruler, bro.
It's going to be an 8-minute match at most, and I think Oba's going to win. And I think they're building up this beating Brock thing, and they're not doing a good job of it. Everyone's going to forget that Brock lost to Oba.
Yeah. Hey, that's why I think it's going to be in a more prime position, but I do have that match on my card. And I think Oba's going to win as well. My next match, this is what I want to see from the U.S. title. I think a Julia versus Tiffany Stratton match would be cinema. And then you could pivot off into Kiana James versus Tiffany after that, the two gymnast match or whatever. But a long U.S. title Tiffy reign, I think, is something SmackDown needs.
That would be a good feud for her. I mean, a good gimmick for her to be in the U.S. title holder. Yeah, I
The title
whatever
needs
leads
it.
to whatever leads to Tiffy getting a title is fine for me.
Yeah. What
Um,
time is it?
then she always busts her face up when it
Yeah,
leads in her
bro. It's always a
matches,
tooth or
a tooth
fucking
or a nose
nose.
or something. She just lands with her face first half the time. Hey, respect.
And then
But my next
eventually you get this long Tiffy reign. I'm overbooking the fuck out of this. But let's say in a year you get Tiffy loses the belt to Sol Ruka in a banger.
they kind of work the same, but Soul's a little leaner and the athletic build that Cody Rhodes hates to hear.
I
Um,
saw that too.
he's like, I just want some like he's saying is like I want some roided out guys again. Is basically what he's saying. And hey, I respect it. But my next match though, I got Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov in some sort of stipulation match,
Okay, I need that stipulation in there.
like an Iron Man match or something. Like I
Yeah.
would love to see that. But I
Two
do
out of three
think it'll be
falls.
yeah, it'll be a stipulation match of some sort, is what my
Uh-huh.
prediction is. And I think, depending on the stipulation match, I can see Ilya Dragunov winning.
I agree. I think we get some H bombs in there. I think if it's like an extreme stipulation, Ilya wins. If it's like 2 out of 3 falls, you throw that respect on Carmelo and show that he could actually go.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that whatsoever. I just think it needs a stipulation. If we get Ilya versus Carmelo in a normal match at WrestleMania, I would be like, bro, how many times have we had this year?
That would be like when they did Randy Orton versus Triple H after their big feud, and they just did a singles match.
Yeah, it's like, where's the blow off? There's no blow off. We're just gonna. It's Aleister Black versus Damian Priest again, which
Yep.
with more likable guys. But my
Better
next
match.
match,
So yeah.
this is a Simon Miller take that I agree with wholeheartedly. Let's unify the tag titles, bro, and let's do Usos versus R-Truth and Damian. The Usos could win, R-Truth and Damian can win. I don't really give a fuck, but the WWE doesn't have a deep enough tag division to have 2 belts. Simple.
Unifying them would be better. I mean, they already pop around anyways.
And it doesn't need to be one. It doesn't need to be them holding 2 titles. Just put one title out there. Make a new belt. WWE Unified Tag Champions, World Tag Team, WWE, whatever the fuck you want to do. But I think the tag division would benefit so much, and WWE would benefit so much from not. We have to have a tag match this week. Instead, just have these tag belts. Maybe give us one on Raw, like a match on Raw or a match on SmackDown. But we don't need to have 2 tag team matches every fucking show.
Honestly, if I go back to my night one, I would get rid of my Alexa and Charlotte Nia Jackson Lash Legend, put in a unifying tag title ladder match.
That'd be fun too. Ladder match. I just think we just did the ladder match, and I don't think there's enough tag teams to have that. I would rather just have
for unifying it. I think there is.
I don't know, bro. Like, there's the Usos.
Usos, MFTs, Wyatt.
MFTs. Those aren't like those 2 you just named. I don't want to see anymore. I'm done.
I don't. I'm done with them too.
I know you're done.
Or maybe the MFTs in the Wyatt Six will have a lantern ladder match.
So we have the Usos. You have like the Machine Guns look like they're gonna break up now. So it's like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do? R-Truth and Damian are fresh, but I think they're gonna play out kind of quick. Street Profits maybe need a return. I just don't think there's enough like top. There's a lot of tag teams. There's not a lot of like tag teams that I would take seriously.
Yeah. I agree with that too. It's why I think my tag team match on the pre-show is more so the route. But my next match though is where I put AJ versus Becky.
Okay, fairs.
Yeah.
We don't
I
gotta
kind of I like
overbeat
putting
it.
the 2 matches next to each other. But yeah, AJ versus Becky, I think Becky goes over.
I have my next match being Nia and Lash Legend versus the Bellas instead of Charlotte and Alexa. I feel like we had the Bellas come out and say like, "Oh, I want the tag titles" or whatever, and then just ignore them after that. I think having the Bellas versus Nia and Lash would be what we need.
I just don't want to see it, but I do think it would happen.
Yeah.
They haven't done enough with the Bellas to make me want to see them at WrestleMania. But hey, we got 6 weeks, so we'll see. But
We got time.
and if it's a Bella's farewell thing, maybe have them lose at WrestleMania. Just let them lose and then let them say goodbye. But they got a lot of building up to get to that emotional payoff, though.
Yeah,
So
for
maybe
sure.
not. Honestly, I'm leaning towards not. If they're going to go that route, I'm leaning towards Bella's might win because if they're not promoting it as much, I feel like there's bigger plans beyond WrestleMania.
I think the Charlotte and Alexa thing is just filler right now until we get to the Bellas, because I think like you don't do that with the Bellas and then have them just go back into the, unless there's an injury or something, which is what I think there is. But yeah, what's your next one?
Punk versus Reigns.
There you go. And who?
Yeah.
Don't know. Most dangerous.
I say because as a wrestling fan, I want Punk to win because Punk will actually be there, and we'll see the champion on TV. But story-wise, if we're just going for the story and ignoring schedules and stuff like that, I think this is Roman Reigns' night.
I do too.
I think he puts down Punk. I think he does so in not totally dominant fashion, but like I think it's going to be a clean win.
I'm ready for another Roman title reign. Not it doesn't have to be 1,300,007. It could be just a 90-day reign. But I'm ready for another Roman title.
And I think
reign.
he's going to be running back some rematches.
I don't even need that. You get Roman a title reign, you have him lose it to Braun at SummerSlam. Simple. Spear versus spear. It's easy. Easy. That's just what you do. But I have one more match before the main event, and that's Oba versus Brock Lesnar. I think you got to slot that in a main slot. It's Brock Lesnar, and there's not a lot of superstar power on this WrestleMania card. And then I would have Oba win as well. We don't have to overbeat that horse. John, hit an outro really quick because I have to sneeze.
Thank you all for watching. I would like to say personally, please join our Discord. We got some giveaways going on. I know at the top of the video you saw that. We'd love to play. I'm going to be getting 2K pretty soon here. So we'll be running some tournaments, maybe some live streaming on this channel. So come hop in there too. We'll do some giveaways as well. If you can beat us, you can get our, you know what I mean?
You can wax John's butt crack.
You can wax. We'll give you the wax strip.
Please. Yeah.
Please. But thank you so much for watching. Leave some comments, whatever. Give us your dream books. 5 matches. What you think we're going to see on the pre-show. But that's all I got. What do you got, Anthony?
Comment your Gunther match because we both left Gunther off. And comment an LA Knight match too. Gunther LA Knight maybe because we both don't have either of them. Cinema. Thank you guys. We out. And shout out